Thank you. Um, Hello everyone. My name is Chen, and I'm 17 years old. I was born in mainland China, and now I live in New York. You may have heard different things about China, but I can share with you what it was like to live there as a practitioner of Falun Gong, a spiritual practice in the Buddhist tradition, currently persecuted by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. My family practiced Falun Gong, along with millions of others in China. Before I was born, Falun Gong was very popular due to its health benefits and core principles of truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. After it was introduced in 1992, parks in China used to be filled with people doing Falun Gong exercises and meditation every day. This changed in 1999 when the head of the CCP, Jiang Zemin, felt threatened by the independence and the popularity of Falun Gong and ordered the CCP to eradicate Falun Gong. After this persecution started, millions of practitioners throughout China were kidnapped and tortured, including my mom and dad many times. I remember one morning when I was walking to kindergarten with my mom, several policemen suddenly appeared and grabbed us. I remember crying, "No, I don't want to get in," as they forced us into a car. They pushed me out of the car at my school, but took my mom away. She did not come home for several weeks. When I was in primary and middle school, many people did not know what the heart of Falun Gong truly is. The CCP was always spreading lies, even putting anti-Falun Gong content in elementary school textbooks. One time, my principal called the entire school to the gym and gave a long speech in front of everyone, saying that people who practice Falun Gong are evil people, and many other terrible lies. As I sat there listening, my shoulders started to shake and trembled with fear and rage. It was obvious that my principal was reading of CCP propaganda, and he had never read the Falun Gong book or met any practitioners. But I felt so hopeless and didn't know how to help them realize the truth. I also remember our school bulletin boards often had posters with insulting cartoons of Buddhas and Falun Gong. My mom and I used to tear those down when we could, but someone would put new ones up. Most of my classmates or teachers did not know I was a Falun Gong practitioner, and I was always scared they would find out. One big reason was because I refused to wear the red scarf of CCP. This scarf is a dress code for all Chinese students to wear to show that they are loyal to the Chinese Communist Party. If anyone did find out I practiced Falun Gong, I could be harassed, expelled from school, or worse. They could report my parents and put us in danger. I lived in fear every day until I left China, when I breathed my first fresh air of freedom. 3 years ago, I came to America to chase my dream of studying music. I play the erhu, which is like Chinese violin. I love the erhu so much because it sounds so beautiful and touching. To support my dream, my parents stayed in China and continued to work. My first year alone in New York was lonely, but I called my parents often, so it felt like they were right next to me and not on the other side of the world. I remember the common questions my parents asked me were, "Are you getting good grades? Did you practice your erhu?" I knew this was their way to express, "I love you." Even though they cannot be there for my erhu performance, my birthday, or Chinese New Year like other families, I found comfort in the world, and I was glad they were healthy and safe. In the fall of 2020, my parents were arrested with 8 other Falun Gong practitioners. When I found out, it was so sudden and shocking, but I wasn't that worried. I just called my mom and dad a few days ago, so I thought they would be okay and call me again soon. 1 week passed, and I still had hope. Then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks went by. Every time I heard the phone ring, I hoped it was my mom and dad, but I never called. I felt so miserable. Every night I cried in bed. I became quiet at school. I bookmarked every single article about my parents' arrest on my laptop. I felt like now I was all alone in the world. I have not heard my mom and dad's voices for over 2 years. My teachers and classmates wrote lots of letters for them. Even though I know the letters may not reach them, I hope that the CCP police will know that young Chen and Zhiming Cao's doctor was waiting. If I could talk to my mom and dad right now, I would apologize. I want to say how sorry I am. If my words can reach my mom and dad, I won't take a moment to say it now. Mama, I heard the police eavesdropped on your phone for 1 year. Did they find your location because I called you so often? I'm sorry for not being more careful. If I call you less, you'll still be safe at home now. I'm sorry for not taking care of you enough. Don't worry, my grades are improving. I'm also graduating in summer. I wish you could be there. I love you, Mama. Papa, I heard that before I was born, CCP police found out you practice Falun Gong and beat you until your teeth fell out. Even after that, you never ever gave up your faith. You are my hero, Papa. But I hope this time you are not hurt. I'm sorry for not helping enough to save you from your sentence. I'll do my best to help you find freedom again. I hope we can be together soon. Today, although I am far away from persecution in China, however, I'm also close now to the persecution that I have ever been because my parents are in prison for Falun Gong. In China, several million Falun Gong practitioners have been tortured, arrested over the past 23 years, and over 4,900 have been killed by the CCP. But I know for sure there will be one day when China can be free, and I can finally be together again with my mom and dad.